this is how we're going to set out a colour wheel. So we need a ruler, get all your equipment first, a wooden compass, and this is a large one. It's got a spike on the end, so be careful because it's sharp. A chalk line, not that one, this one, and a pencil. Okay, so what we're going to do to start off with is we're just going to measure the length of our board. And the length of our board is 900. Half of 900 is 450. Put a mark there. Come across to the other side. Put a mark at 450. That's our centre point now. That's halfway. So this is the easy bit. I mean, that was the hard bit. That wasn't hard, was it? This is the easy bit. Is get the chalk line. Make sure it's nice and chalky. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to twang the string, but that's it, that's enough. You don't need to go any further than that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to go from corner to corner. Again, nice one. Corner to corner, like that. Sorry. There. And what we're going to do, there it is. Yeah, put the point in the centre. It's up to you, and if you want. What you do is just put the point right in the centre there. See that? Yeah. You don't have to do any specific measurement for this, but you just have to obviously keep it the same radius all the way around. So I'm going to go up to there. I'm just going to tighten this up because I don't want it to move as I'm spinning it. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so don't push the pencil, just drag it. So just going round like that. If you try and push it, you'll go off. Okay, and I'll just go back the other way to make it a little bit darker. Can you see your colour wheel? Can you see your 6 sections? Yeah. What you're going to do here is you're going to do 3 primary colours, and then you're going to do 3 secondary colours by mixing the 2 primaries. So tell me one of the primary colours. Red. So if red goes there, another primary colour?
Green. Purple.
Blue.
Blue. And the last one is no.
Yellow.
Yellow. Yeah, they're your 3 primary colours. Okay. When you've got your 3 primaries, so you're going to do your blue there, your red there, your yellow there. Then this colour is a mixture of your yellow and blue. So yellow and blue make
Green.
green. Thank you. So your green goes there. Yellow and red make orange, and red and blue make
Purple.
purple. So that's your primary colours and your secondary colours. Okay. When we talk about colour a bit more, we talk about tertiary colours as well, and that's mixing these. Okay. But always be aware of your 3 primaries. There's only 3 primary colours. Yeah, red, blue, and yellow. There's 3 secondary: purple, green, and orange. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off. You're going to get a red and paint this triangle. You're going to use. You're not going to use masking tape. You could use it for that little point if you want, but that's it. Okay. It's all going to be done with a sandwriting pencil and then a sash brush to fill in the centre. Okay. So we'll get you a kit out. For your sandwriting kit, you'll want a palette board, 2 pots, one for water, one for emulsion, a sandwriting brush, and a sash brush. Okay, so that's what you'll need, and then you're going to paint each section. Obviously, you're going to do your red, then you're going to go to your blue, then you're going to go to the yellow. Okay. If you want, you can have 3 kits out and just share them between you. Okay, because you've got to wait for each one to dry because you're going to give it 2 layers. Is that all right? And then obviously they've got to be fully dried, so it won't be till the next session you'll come and you'll do your purple, your orange, and your green. And then what you do is you put an achromatic colour in the centre, okay? And the achromatic, what are achromatic colours?
You like blacks, whites and greys.
Blacks, whites and greys, yes. So it's a black, it's a white and a grey, okay? And that goes at the end. So that's how you set out and paint your colour wheel, okay? Thank you. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to put the red and the blue and the yellow into these triangles. Okay. So first you want a pot with some water in. These are just yogurt pots. We'll throw these away when we finish with them. A little bit of red in there. You don't need much at all. A palette board, a sand writing brush or sand writing pencil, and a small sash brush. So when you get one of these brushes though, they do have Vaseline in. So, and that's to keep the bristles all smooth, nice and smooth. So when you do get one, just if you get some soap, just rub it into the brush and then rinse it under the tap, okay? It is a natural bristle and it is very delicate. So look like a proper artist now, yeah? Get your board on your arm. Sand writing brush on your palette like that. Okay, it doesn't need to be thin, this one. It's already quite thin. But if I wanted to thin it, I'd just add a little dab of water until you got it to consistency you wanted to. You want it to flow. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go all the way around the outside. But the key is, a lot of people try and use just the tip of the bristle and they end up wobbling. Put the whole of the brush on the surface like that, yeah? Put the ferrule right onto the surface, and then when you drag it, you naturally get a straight line, yeah? So, if you want to come a bit closer, I'll zoom in. See, now this is a chisel writer, okay? It's very straight at the end, and I can use that to do my points. You can put a little bit of masking tape on, but don't put loads on, okay? It is all about putting in. So I'm going to take it to the end. I'm going to get the brush, take it up to the edge. Can you see that, Spencer?
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to drag that brush down, like that, along that chalk line. Okay, it starts to run out. Let's go back over again. Down the chalk line. And just keep going. Don't put too much on. Just keep going and layer it up. Okay, so I've got to that point there, so I don't want to go any further at the moment. So I'm going to take my chiseled writer. So you've got chisel. I'm going to put that chisel right on that point there, and I'm going to just follow this curve. Okay, don't rush this, there's no rush. Just get it, keep that line flowing. If you've got a jagged edge, that doesn't look as good. Okay. Back over that. A little bit more, but now because I've got this chiselled brush, I can go up to the corner like that. Yeah, and that's given me my point now. And what I tend to do, you can do that way if you want, but what I tend to do is just get the brush and just take it like that. Okay, so for that bit you do need a steady hand. Right, and then if you've done this side, shimmy up to the edge. And you see all the time I've got the ferrule on the board. If I try and do it like that, I can get a fairly straight edge, but not as straight as I can if I'm putting the brush on the surface. So brush on the surface, with this one. Try not to have any feathered edges, you want nice sharp edges. And I'm going to use this chisel pointer just to make this point here. Okay. So you can use masking tape, but you're not showing off your skills. Okay. What I tend to do is just use it like a pencil. So that's my point. And I've got that. I can get my sash brush. So I've had plenty, didn't have much paint in there, but it's enough. And then just fill in the centre, making sure you're getting rid of any hard edges. Like that. And two thin coats, remember, is better than one thick one. So it's not going to cover. Don't expect it to cover on your first coat. If you have any thick edges, they're going to spoil the overall effect when it's finished. So you're better off thinning your paint. If it's not thin enough, let's go over it. So that's my first triangle, which is my red. Then I would go there with my blue, there with my yellow, and then do the secondary. So obviously you're waiting for all these edges to dry. If you've got the red out, pass it on to someone else if they need it. If no one needs it straight away, wash out these writing pencils because they dry up. There's not much paint in there, it's emulsion. That's going to dry up really quick. Okay, so make sure you wash your brushes out if you're not going to need them. So just wash them out in your water. And then if you have a rag, you can just wipe your palette board. Okay? So that's the end of that.